Yo guys, what's up? Aaron Crawford, aka Blind Man, coming at you, and this is another episode of We Love Yu-Gi-Oh! But what went wrong? So, I did manage to find a couple seasons of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series on Netflix. I went ahead and watched an episode today, and what I want to go ahead and do is I want to try to do this, 1-2 episodes a day or a week or something like that. And that way I don't forget anything. I watched episode 1. I was going to go ahead and watch episode 2, and I started watching it, but something went wrong, and so I wasn't able to finish episode 2. So, if anything, I'll go and get episode 2 out tomorrow. But let's go ahead and start with episode 1. So, I'm not going to go and point out some of the plot inconsistencies, as this is a children's cartoon in the American thing. We all know it's supposed to be an anime according to the Japanese format, but obviously, when it came over to America and they started censoring it, it became essentially a children's cartoon. So I don't want to pick at too many of the plot misfunctions, as we don't want to ruin the series for children. But that being said, I will point out a few different inconsistencies that went with the rules as well as the card scripts. So here's where we did things. First off, there was a huge summoning inconception on both parts of Yugi and Seto Kaiba. For those who don't know episode 1 in the pilot, or the pilot as we like to call it, what we have is that basically Yugi's grandpa shows Yugi and his friends a copy of a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, here's one of the biggest inconsistencies, as we all know, is that I don't even think Maximilian Paces would be stupid enough to make 4 copies of a single card and then not make any others. So that inconsistency I will point out, because I mean, obviously in today's meta we've got not only Blue Eyes White Dragons, but we got so many different types of blue eyes that it's impossible to figure out. But again, this is a children's cartoon, so I'm not going to delve too much into it. But Yugi's grandpa shows him a Blue Eyes White Dragon when Seto Kaiba, the CEO of Kyber Corp Industries, walks in and sees the blue eyes. Wanting the card, he attempts to trade cards and money for them. However, Yugi's grandpa will not trade or sell the card, as it has sentimental value to him. Kaiba then turns around, duels Yugi's grandpa for it. Now, here, somehow, playing a trading card game has managed to cause this old man, and it's probably because of the fact that he's seeing holograms for the first time, I don't know, but it causes him to go into some sort of illness state. And Yugi then takes his grandfather's deck, turns around and duels Kaiba, only to beat Kaiba with the unstoppable Exodia. So, like I said, there are 2 points of summoning issues that we have in this first episode, starting with Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba first summons ends up summoning Soggy the Dark Clown to the field.
Jesse, as I'm always told my kids, anything you...
Excuse the text message, folks. Anyways, he summons Soggy the Dark Clown, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Turns around on his turn and summons Gaia the Fierce Knight to take out Sage, as Kaiba has equipped Sage with a magic card that makes him powerful than any other 4-star that Yugi may have on hand. Because in his hand is sitting 3 or however many pieces of Exodia. Anyways, and Yugi manages to destroy Sage with Gaia the Dark... wow. Sheesh. I am all messed up. Okay. Let's try that again. Gaia ends up destroying Sage the Dark Clown with a total of 2,300 attack points. And so we notice that Gaia does have the same attack in both the actual series and the original TCG, which is good to know. Glad that's never changed. That being said, Seto Kaiba then turns around and summons a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, you're thinking, okay, there's no inconsistency here, right? Wait for it. He destroys Guy the Fierce Knight with Blue Eyes, dealing 700 points of damage to Yugi Muto, then turns around and summons a second Blue Eyes on the same turn. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, even in the original TCG, back when this first started, you were only allowed to summon one monster per turn, people. So there's your first inconsistency right there, as far as rulings go. Then, Yugi manages to draw into Swords of Revealing Light. He plays it. This card, if you guys, obviously, most duelists know what Swords of Revealing Light does in today's meta. Now, I don't remember the exact text back in the day, but now the text states that for 3 turns, your opponent cannot declare an attack against you. All of their face-down defense position monsters are then flipped into face-up defense. You, however, can still attack. Now, when Yugi Muto plays Swords of Revealing Light, he states that no monsters on the field can declare an attack. But that's not the half of it. Kaiba then states, my monsters on the field may not be able to attack, but the one I'm about to summon can. Now, that's a paraphrase, keep in mind, I'm trying not to do copyright. He then summons Judgment. Okay, first off, huge mistake on the part of Konami for this one, as well as 4Kids. Obviously, Swords of Revealing Light would have stopped Judgment from attacking as well, even back in the original meta. But instead, what we're seeing is Kaiba summoning out Judgment and then attacking and destroying Gaia the Fierce Knight. Or whatever monster Yugi has on the field. Sorry, Blue Eyes already attacked Gaia. Yugi then summons Dark Magician to take out Judgment. Once again, Yugi has the advantage. With Swords Revealing Light on the field, his 2 Blue Eyes are frozen. Then Kaiba summons a 3rd Blue Eyes. At this point, again, Swords of Revealing Light should have kept Blue Eyes from attacking. However, he does attack, destroys Dark Magician. Now, here's where things get interesting. Yugi manages to draw into the final piece of Exodia. He now has all 5 pieces in his hand. According to meta, even in the original, this would have automatically won him the duel. However, in the cartoon, he summons all 5 pieces onto the field. This is the second summoning inconsistency we see. And that, my friends, is episode 1. So, what do you think? Do you think I'm on point with this? Do you think this is just a part of it being a kids show and they wanted to make it fun for kids? What are your thoughts on this, guys? Because this is definitely something that interests me as far as how these inconsistencies work and whether or not they were just a part of trying to keep things entertaining for the kids. Alright guys, well, please, if you liked the video, hit the like button, the little thumbs up down at the bottom there. Also, make sure to subscribe, and please, make sure to leave your comments, and check out my other videos, blind raps, as well as making people aware, and let me know what you guys are thinking on those as well. Until we check in again, this is Blind Man, signing out.
Shutter button. Shutter.